मैं तो बचपन से महारानी थी अपने दिमाग में, but okay, this is not a funny interview, ना? We're doing a serious interview. Okay. I'm good, but I'm wearing blue.
Oh yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm colorblind then. Sorry.
मैं भी था.
So you can't become a pilot. Colorblind है ना ये?
I actually wanted to
अच्छा
become
तो
a
बन गई
pilot
journalist.
बचपन में.
फिर क्या हुआ?
Maybe I was colorblind.
Maybe.
Okay, anyway.
You are
moving
colorblind.
on. I am colorblind. Okay.
11 सीजन क्या पागल? पागल तो नहीं है, बढ़िया यहाँ पे चल रहा है ये दुकान बंद कराने के चक्कर में।
बोल रही हूँ।
ये बच्चे पीछे बैठे सोनी वाले परेशान हो गए तेरी बातें सुन के। अच्छी बातें मैनिफेस्ट कर यार, इंटरव्यू करने आई है क्या पनौती? बुरी बातें कर रही है। आप बोर नहीं हो जाते क्यों भाई? बढ़िया चल रहा है।
बोर की बात नहीं।
ऑडियंस खुश, सोनी वाले खुश, हम खुश, मम्मी पापा खुश, और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में? मैंने वैसे को ये चल चुप सब बोल दिया है, तो उसका तो प्रोमो कार्ड देना, तो मैं टोल हो जाऊंगी।
Hello everyone, welcome to News 18 and today we have with us the man and the woman in black, Amit sir and Huma. Welcome to News 18. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm wearing blue.
Oh yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm colorblind then. Sorry.
मैं भी था.
So you can't become a pilot. Colorblind है ना ये?
I actually wanted to
अच्छा
become
तो
a
बन गई
pilot
journalist.
बचपन में.
फिर क्या हुआ?
Maybe I was colorblind.
Maybe.
Okay, anyway.
You are
moving
colorblind.
on. I am colorblind. Okay. So this is the third season of Maharani, whom I remember before the first season was about to drop. You said somewhere that I want Maharani to be something through which people remember me by. And would you call that a manifestation of sorts? Because you're now synonymous with Maharani.
I said exactly that I did Maharani because I felt like if I die tomorrow, then what will people remember me by?
Wow.
Quite dark. But I do believe कि मैं कहती हूँ ना कि I was going through a phase where I was like कि what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my career? If I stop working today, like what do I have to show for the last 8-10 years? So came from that.
Wow. So did you also hit a lull in your career where you felt like that कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ?
Many times. I still go through it.
We all
Even
go
now?
through it.
Yeah. The thing is that call it greed or whatever. Personally for me, when I finish a project, no matter how attached I've been to the project, I need to let it go. You know? And when I let it go, when I let go of things, then some other thing should be taking its place and filling up the vacuum. But this thought came to me when I got Inside Edge, to be truthful. You know? And I can completely relate to what you must be going through. It's a very painful phase to go through. Now I don't think too much about these things because out of experience maybe, deep down I know or realize that sooner or later you'll hit something good.
You know, you come across as such an intimidating person, to be very honest.
He is.
He is on set too.
No.
Off set also. Ask his wife.
But are you intimidated by him?
Who can intimidate her, yaar? Look at her, man.
Rani Sa.
लांछन.
No, ये सब मजाक है ये. मैं बहुत funny आदमी हूँ यार. पूछ तू question पूछ.
No, okay. So, you know, like...
अच्छा, joke सुना फिर.
Okay, so, you know, like I was saying, this is the third season. You've lived with these two characters for so long. Yeah, no, I was saying that.
ये क्या scrunchie है?
Yes, I lose it all the
मैं भी ऐसे
time.
पहनती हूँ.
I lose it all the time. No, so when you live with a character for so long, you sort of start thinking like that person. Sometimes, you know, your mannerisms sort of become like that person. Have you ever felt like you find yourselves, you know, thinking like Maharani at some points in your life? कभी ऐसा होता है?
मैं तो बचपन से महारानी थी अपने दिमाग में. But okay, this is not a funny interview, na? We're doing a serious interview. Okay. I think I'm a very switch on, switch off actor. I don't bring my work home. I can do a scene and I can immediately disconnect.
Okay.
And go back to doing my phone or cracking a joke or whatever. And I find the idea that a lot of people do about this process and I need to be in the zone and don't talk to me for days a bit over the top, because if you know what you're supposed to do, then you should just be able to do it, na? You know, and I feel like just because you're an actor, you shouldn't become a pain for other people around you. It doesn't give you license to be that. So my process is my problem. It should not become other people's problem.
What about you, sir?
I do not dwell too much into it. I think when I started off, I used to, thinking that probably it'll help me a lot, but then I realized that I'm not that kind of person. A lot of actors do. Everybody's got their own thing to do. It's not mine, and as I said before, even if I finish a project, I need to quickly let go of it, and I can now easily let go of it, and I focus on what's coming next. And I also don't take my work back to home at all. I used to earlier, and it was very painful for the others around me, especially family and everything. Doesn't serve any purpose. Especially when you visualize something while you're reading the script and you turn up at the shoot the next day and suddenly everything is changed. The location is changed,
The people have changed.
The instructions have changed. So there's no point doing it, I think Huma said it very rightly. I think we both are on the same page when it comes to that just know what you need to do and let the deliverance be on the shoulders of the director or the showrunners of the creative people.
But have you ever hit a point of saturation by playing these characters, by being these characters over and over again through the last few years?
No, but in fact, that's my conscious choice, I think, in the last few years. I only try and pick characters that don't sound, look, feel the same. And I think the last few years have been testimony to that. Like whether it's been a Maharani or it's been a Tarla or a Monica or Double XL, they all have been very, very different people. So when that happens, there is no, like how each character would even express anger or hurt would be very different. Rajshri is very different from a Monica. And that allows me to, I guess not become repetitive or not feel like I've drained myself. Because वो बहुत ज़रूरी है जब आप कुछ साल काम कर लेते हो ना then I think you're also people, right? आपकी वही शक्ल है, वही height है, वही सब चीज़ें. Then how are you? I don't know. I'm obsessed with the idea of how am I bringing something new to the table every single time.
No, I'm talking about this character in particular. Since this is the 3rd season, you constantly played this character, over a period of time, multiple times. So then, is there a level of saturation in your head? कि कब तक, I'll keep doing the same thing.
11 season क्या पागल? पागल तो नहीं है, बढ़िया यहाँ पे चल रहा है ये दुकान बंद कराने के चक्कर में बोल रही हूँ. ये देख बच्चे पीछे बैठे सोनी लिव वाले परेशान हो गए तेरी बातें सुन के. अच्छी बातें मैनिफेस्ट कर यार, इंटरव्यू करने है ये क्या पनौती बुरी बातें कर रही है. आप बोर नहीं हो जाती क्यों भाई? बढ़िया चल रहा है.
बोर की बात नहीं.
ऑडियंस खुश, सोनी लिव वाले खुश, हम खुश, मम्मी पापा खुश, और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में? I feel
I didn't mean it that way.
No, I'm pulling your leg. No, the point is, no, not at all. It's a great bunch of people to be working with. Working with these guys, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a joyride every single day. Yeah, it's like homecoming. Like I feel like I see.
और कैसे क्या बीच में?
हाँ बता क्या? It's like that. And then we try and go and we shoot in the same locations. We try and stay in the same hotel rooms. We try and keep the same team. So there's a lot of warmth and a lot of being familiar with each other. And I love that in a world where we are like nomads, हम gypsies हैं. अभी ये project कर लिया, कहीं चले गए, फिर कहीं चले गए. For 30-40 days intensely you're living with a bunch of people. You bond, you eat together, you work together, and then उसके बाद everyone just goes their separate ways. So हाँ कर ले. तो then you go. I need more coffee. So I guess it's nice to see familiar faces and work with them. The character itself, I feel like it's a joyride because it's constantly evolving, right? Of course, there is one aspect to it that, how do you inspire yourself season per season? But I think with Subhash sir at the helm, you can't afford to take it easy. He's a hard taskmaster, and we all enjoy working with him because his attention to detail and the level of perfectionism he expects from everyone, including himself, is brutal sometimes, because it's also so inspiring. Like, every season he would tell all of us, or meko to bol ke, tum don't take it for granted, the love you've gotten, don't take it for this thing. And I said, no, but I don't. And sometimes I'll be like, arey, but ye best hai. Matlab, isse acha nahi aata humko karna. And he would still keep pushing you. So it's really nice to work with people who are as committed and as charged. In fact, I think more than anything else, I look forward every year to come back. Out of the many other things that I'm doing to do Maharani, because I feel like there is some genuine madness for the craft.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you go and people are like, हाँ चलो ये बोल दो, ये कर लो.
बड़ा अच्छा करते हैं आप.
है ना बहुत
हाँ,
अच्छा
बस
करते
यही
भाई
चाहिए
इतने
था।
चाहिए एक
हाँ।
दो शॉट में ओके
हाँ,
एंड
हाँ।
यहाँ पे you're just like हम सब लगे हुए हैं and we all are slugging it out.
अरे हम नहीं कर पाया क्या अभी भी मैं 10th take.
It's fun, but
Yeah, it is
it's
fun.
fun
It is
because
fun.
you're like, okay, how do I express this differently now?
तो हम दोनों तो बीच बीच में बात भी कर लेते थे, क्या चाहते क्या हैं यार,
यही तो है और क्या
और
है?
क्या करें. तुझे समझ में आ रहा था ना मैं जो बोल रहा था.
हाँ, अच्छा तो था.
Okay, no, so of course the love that you have received is, great from the audience. But tell me that one feedback you received from somebody from the film fraternity that has really stayed back with you for Maharani.
Beautiful, wow, excellent.
ये नाम चाहते
Never
हैं.
seen better.
नाम चाहते
If you could name.
नाम
Acha.
नाम बताने का क्या फायदा है, फिर तो झूठ पकड़ा जाएगा ना.
You will not say.
So many people, yeah. I think for me, so many compliments. I think after season 1, when Mr. Shatrughan Sinha, he specially called also, and he messaged also on Instagram, Twitter, and he said some really wonderful things coming from him because he's also like a son of Bihar. And when he said कि तुमने तो बिल्कुल खाली उन्होंने मुझे एक जगह बोला कि मैं ज और ज एक बारी गड़बड़ किया था उसको छोड़ के ही बाकी से पूछा था मैं कहा अब मैं ज ही बोलूंगी आप चिंता मत कीजिए.
Yeah.
But I think that felt really special. But no, I think more than any celebrity or anybody from the industry, just the love for Maharani in common people is so overwhelming, and whenever you travel to like छोटे शहर and वहाँ पर जब लोग बात करते हैं I went for my visa thing in Dubai. And I met a sheikh over there, nice Baddu man or whatever. And he was like, I'm a huge fan. So I thought, kuch bolega, one of my popular films, like he'll say Jolly LLB or he'll say, I don't know, Badlapur or something. He said, Rani Bharti, very good. And I was like,
Wow.
You watch Maharani? Like,
Fantastic.
I never thought in my wildest dreams, like this Arab man sitting in Dubai would be a fan of like Maharani. And that, I was like, that was amazing.
Yeah, and a story so rooted like that.
Correct. But I think that's what, it's so universal, the emotion, and they're really like rooting for their characters.
Yeah. Huma, you recently wrote a book. Is there any plan of translating it into a feature film?
I would love to. You don't need producers or what?
You are a producer now.
No, paisa. Financer.
I don't know.
बट ये कंफ्यूजन है लोगों में कि प्रोड्यूसर मतलब पैसा है तुम्हारे
हाँ,
पास.
नहीं पैसा तो है. पैसा तो है. But I'm looking for a financer for my project. No, this is my dream project. If I ever get to raise enough money to make it, because it's a biggie, which is why I wrote it as well, because I had this idea and I thought कि इस पे film बननी चाहिए, a series बननी चाहिए, and I in fact sent it to a bunch of people, and they said it's a great idea, but you need quite a few $1 million to make it. Because it's fantasy fiction, it's a make-believe country and all of that. And when I had the time, and this of course all happened last 2-3 years, especially during COVID, I had an option of either converting this into a script or writing a book. And I thought a book is just something cooler to do. I mean, I'm a reader.
But it is.
है ना? And I'm a reader, so I thought कि यार अभी script लिखो फिर घूमो यहाँ वहाँ
Book
लिखिए.
is everlasting.
Book is everlasting. Yeah. And just respect बढ़ गई यार किताब लिखने के बाद लोग बोलते you've written a book. Like how did you have the discipline?
Yeah,
मैंने
but it's
कहा
too much, yaar, Huma. Well done.
thank you. You should read it.
Fantastic.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we are getting cues to cut it now, but on a parting note, I think the one thread of commonality between the two of you is how, despite being at the center of it, you're steered clear from all the glitz and glam. You live life on your own terms. You have never succumbed to the pressures of show business.
She's very glamorous, yaar. I'm not.
No, I still
मतलब I'm taking offense to that now.
no, Huma, I still think you have, you haven't given to the pressures. That is what I mean.
Which
And,
is what? What does that mean?
you have to go to parties and, you have to look a certain way. And
She
things
doesn't know
like
me at
that.
all. No, I'm just
Not
joking.
like,
What? Say na, bol na.
nahin.
This is no filter. Come on, you have to say what you feel.
Then I'll only get trolled.
Arey, why? Say
Actually,
it.
I'm saying ki have you
You expect
ever-
actors to, you expect us to give
Getting
you...
trolled is matlab you become
Yeah,
popular.
you arrived.
No.
You're doing
Let
something
me
right.
finish.
मैंने वैसे को ये चल चुपी सब बोल दिया है वो तो उसका तो प्रोमो कार्ड देना तो मैं टोल हो जाऊंगी
नहीं मैं बोल रही हूँ have you ever when शुरू में ever felt the need to succumb to that so that you get noticed more often visibility के लिए
सकम क्या होता है उसमें यार वो आप तुम सारे हाथ पैर मारते हो ना यार कि ऐसे मिल जाए या वैसे मिल जाए बेसिकली यू आर हसलिंग नो you're hustling for work and I don't think it's succumbing to anything. If you are successful at one direction to get work, And when you're hustling for work, then you go through that. Other times you don't. You try some other method, you know. And everybody does that through auditions or through meeting people or, you know, hobnobbing with people. There's no such thing as succumbing. घर पे बैठे रहोगे तो कोई काम नहीं देने आएगा. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair.
तो कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना.
You want to add something?
But I didn't understand the question only.
I'm saying that this, of course, you are glamorous. I'm not taking that away from you. I
Just wanted her to say that.
I still feel that, you know, you have sort of kept a part of your life sacrosanct, not given it into it completely. And I really admire that about you. This is my perception of you from the outside. I don't know you personally.
Well done, Yaru.
So that is my perception again. So, you know, was there ever this thing ki deliberately mujhe out there nahi jana, like let's say XYZ people?
Yet I don't know who are these XYZ people you're talking about. I live a life in the sense I'm an actor. I do what I have to do, and then I go back and, you know, I'm me. You know, and I love dressing up. I love going out. I love meeting people. But do I go to a special place because I think I need to be seen somewhere and it'll get me popularity or something? No, I don't. Do I think I need to get photographed outside my gym or the airport and that'll make me popular, get me films? No, I feel very sorry for people who do that. It's very desperate. And it doesn't matter if you come from outside or you're an insider. I just feel it's very sad because actually there doesn't result in work. You know, and I didn't come here to be a social media influencer. And no disrespect to the influencers. Some of them are very good friends of mine as well. But that's not what I want to do. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, sure, if you give me some money and I'll sell a sabun or a tel, I'll do it happily. But that's not my main job. My main job is to act and to create films and to create shows and to create characters. So if I want to do something, I'll do it. If I don't want to do something, I don't do it. But it's as simple as that.
Yeah, right. So, well, thank you on that note to both of you. All the very best for the 3rd season of Maharani.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to that. And yes, thank you.
Thank you.